fire, light, truth against darkness. In the hands of these champions, flame becomes the revealer of all things. Elijah level 43, class, Prophet of Fire, HP, 8200, 8200. Special ability, Heaven's Fire calls down divine flame from above. Ultimate, Chariot of Fire, unleashes unstoppable purifying flame across battlefield. Weapon, Prophet's Mantle, Staff of Truth. Faith Power, 99-100. Divine Connection, 98-100. Physical Endurance, 85-100. Weakness, Isolation, 9-20% effectiveness when separated from divine purpose. Backstory, the great prophet who challenged false gods and proved the power of the one true God through fire from heaven. Standing alone against hundreds, Elijah's faith allows him to channel divine power directly. Apollo level 44, class, Solar Divinity, HP, 10,500, class 10,500. Special ability, Solar Flare, blinds enemies, reveals hidden threats. Ultimate, Chariot of the Sun, creates a moving zone of purifying light. Weapon, Bow of Light, Golden Lyre Light, Mastery, 100-100, Prophecy, 90-100. Archery, 95-100. Weakness, Overconfidence, -25% accuracy when challenged directly. Backstory, God of Light, Music, Healing, and Prophecy. Apollo drives the sun chariot across the sky each day, bringing light to the world. His arrows can bring either healing or plague, and his oracle at Delphi speaks truth wrapped in riddles. Player controls Elijah approaching the altar on Mount Carmel. Hundreds of prophets of Baal gather opposite him, with King Ahab and crowds of Israelites watching. UI notification. Main quest, prove the true God through trial by fire. Prophet, you stand alone against 450 prophets of Baal. The people wait to see whose God will answer with fire. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal is God, follow him. Player guides Elijah to prepare the altar. Tutorial prompts appear. Game tutorial. Press L1 to examine surroundings with Prophet's vision. Game tutorial. Use right stick to place stones and prepare altar. Player constructs the altar according to divine specifications, placing 12 stones and a trench. Game notification. Altar construction complete. 12 stones placed. Game notification. Prepare for challenge. Drench altar with water to increase difficulty. Player command causes water to be poured on the altar 3 times. Baal Prophet. Your God must be weak if you make the challenge harder for him. Baal will consume even a soaked altar. Game notification. Challenge difficulty increased, plus 200% faith required. Game notification. Prophets of Baal begin their attempt. Player controls Apollo in his sun chariot above Greece. Dark clouds threaten to block the sun. UI notification. Main quest, defeat Python's darkness spreading across Greece. Apollo. The ancient serpent Python has returned. His darkness spreads across the land, blocking your light and causing crops to fail. No darkness can prevail against the God of light. I shall pierce these shadows with my arrows. Player navigates the sun chariot through dark storm clouds. Tutorial prompts appear. Game tutorial. Press R1 to fire light arrows. Game tutorial. Use left stick to steer chariot, right stick to aim. Player shoots arrows of light that disperse dark clouds, revealing corrupted land below. Game notification. Darkness dispelled, 15% of region cleared. Game notification. Warning, serpent minions approaching. Flying serpent creatures attack the chariot from all sides. Your light fades, Apollo. The ancient darkness returns to claim what was once ours. Game notification. Defend chariot. Defeat serpent minions to continuification. Light power decreasing in affected regions. The prophets of Baal have failed to summon fire despite hours of attempts. The prophets of Baal have been trying for hours in-game time with no success. Now it's Elijah's turn to call down fire. Player controls Elijah approaching the drenched altar. Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Prayer interface appears with faith meter building. Game tutorial. Hold triangle to focus prayer. Release when meter peaks. Player builds prayer meter to maximum. Elijah. Answer me, Lord. Answer me, so these people will know that you, Lord, are God. Special ability meter fills completely. Game notification. Special ability ready. Press L1 plus R1 for Heaven's Fire. Player activates special ability, causing spectacular fire to descend from the sky. Combat log. Heaven's Fire. Divine Judgment activated. Combat log altar consumed, proof provided. Fire completely consumes the sacrifice, altar, stones, and water in the trench. Israelites, NPCs, the Lord, He is God, the Lord, He is God. Apollo clears enough darkness to reveal Python's main form on Mount Parnassus. We've found Python's main form. Time for the boss battle. Player directs chariot toward the mountain where a massive serpent coils. Apollo, once before I defeated you, creature of darkness. History repeats itself today. Boss battle interface appears with Python's multiple health bars. Game tutorial. Press square for rapid arrows, hold R2 for charged shot. Player engages in combat, firing light arrows at Python's weak points. Combat log. Critical hit, 1850 damage to exposed scales. Combat log. Python darkness 10%. Python attacks by spewing darkness that temporarily blinds the player. Python. Your light is nothing against primordial darkness. I existed before Olympus, before gods. Special ability meter fills as player lands successful hits. Game notification. Special ability ready. Press L1 plus R1 for solar flare. Player activates special ability, creating a burst of light that stuns Python. Combat log. Solar flare. Python stunned for 5 seconds. Combat log. Weak points revealed. Plus 200% damage to exposed areas. As both champions reach critical moments in their battles, golden light appears, mingling with their fire-light abilities. This light, it is not solely from above. Something connects across the veil. My light mingles with another fire, not of Olympus. The boundaries between realms grow thin. Brief moment where Elijah sees Apollo's battle with Python, and Apollo glimpses the prophets of Baal. Obadiah, prophet, the fire, it shows visions of another world. Another champion of light battles a great serpent. Apollo, your arrows pierce not just our world but another. Prophet calls fire as you do. Both fire-light abilities grow stronger as they synchronize through the golden light. Game notification. Convergence effect. Fire-light powers enhanced plus 50%. Game notification. New ability unlocked. Convergent flame. Fire abilities now pierce dimensional barriers. After defeating the prophets of Baal, Elijah faces a devastating drought. King Ahab. The false prophets are gone, but the land still withers without rain. Can your God bring water as well as fire? Elijah, go, eat, and drink, for there is the sound of a heavy rain. Player guides Elijah to the top of Mount Carmel for a new prayer challenge. Game tutorial. Press L plus R2 to activate ultimate ability Chariot of Fire. Instead of using the ultimate offensively, player directs it toward the sky, creating a bridge between fire and water. Elijah, the fire that consumes can also restore. Lord, send your rain. Ultimate ability transforms, pulling water vapor from the Mediterranean Sea. Game notification. Ultimate adapted. Fire calls water. Game notification. Drought breaking, cloud forming over sea. Elijah's his servant 7 times to look for clouds. Gameplay requiring patience. Servant NPC. A cloud as small as a man's hand is rising from the sea. The small cloud grows rapidly into a massive storm. Game notification. Ultimate success. Torrential rain approaching. Game notification. Achievement unlocked. Fire and water mastery. Apollo battles Python to the edge of a massive chasm. Python. You cannot destroy me completely, Lightbringer. Darkness always returns. Apollo. Then I shall ensure you remain bound for another age. Ultimate ability meter fills completely. Game tutorial. Press L2 plus R2 to activate ultimate ability, Chariot of the Sun. Player activates ultimate, causing Apollo's chariot to blaze with intensified light. Apollo. Behold the full power of celestial light. Chariot creates a moving zone of purifying light that burns away Python's darkness. Game notification. Ultimate damage, 15,000 to Python. Game notification. Binding effect. Python weakened 90%. Retreat imminent. Python retreats into the chasm but is not completely destroyed. Python, I return to the depths, but when the convergence completes, the old darkness will rise again in all realms. Game notification. Victory. Python banished to the underworld. Gamification. Achievement unlocked. Serpent Slayer. Both champions stand triumphant in their respective realms. Game notification. Victory. Experience gained 8,000. Game notification. Level up. Elijah reaches level 44. New skill point available. Game notification. Victory. Experience gained 8,000. Game notification. Level up. Apollo reaches level 45. Game notification. New skill point available. Game note. Convergence progress. 8/10. champions awakened. Split screen shows skill trees for both characters. Streamer voice. Let's upgrade Elijah's divine connection to reduce the cooldown on his Heaven's Fire ability. Player navigates Elijah's skill tree, selecting a node that glows when activated. Game notification. Skill upgraded, divine connection level 4, 30% cooldown on Heaven's Fire. And for Apollo, let's improve his solar archery to increase his light arrow damage. Player selects skill in Apollo's tree. Game notification. Skill upgraded, solar archery level 4, plus 25% light arrow damage. Elijah stands in the pouring rain, watching as the land begins to revive. The rain returns. The land will live again. But those visions in the fire, what were they? There are other champions of light fighting their own battles. The Lord works in ways beyond our understanding. The golden light grows stronger with each victory. Elijah's mantle briefly glows with traces of golden light. Elijah, I must continue my journey. There is more to this convergence than we yet understand. Apollo lands his chariot at Delphi, where the oracle awaits. Oracle of Delphi. The serpent retreats, but speaks of convergence. The golden light grows stronger, connecting champions across realms. Apollo, I saw another, a prophet who called fire as I control light. Our powers are kindred yet different. The boundaries between worlds grow thin. 8 champions now connected. 2 more await. When all 10 unite, the veil will be lifted and the true source of the golden light revealed. Final shot shows the mysterious figure, now with 8 glowing orbs of light. Mysterious figure. 8 flames now connected. The prophet and the sun god see too clearly. Soon the final champions must awaken, and then the true light source will be revealed. Camera pulls back to show streamer. What an amazing episode of Fire and Light. Elijah and Apollo both prove that illumination defeats darkness. Next Saturday, we'll be playing as Joshua and Ares in Path of Victory. Like and subscribe to Faithful Reflections Christian Chronicles to catch the next chapter of Divine Conflict every Saturday. Stream overlay shows preview images of Joshua blowing a trumpet at Jericho's walls and Ares leading an army alongside the Faithful Reflections Christian Chronicles channel logo. Streamer voice. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, this is biblical fiction created to entertain while exploring themes of faith and divine power. Leave your predictions for what the golden light really means in the comments below. Screen displays channel banner with Faithful Reflections Christian Chronicles prominently featured, with subscribe for more Divine Conflict episodes every Saturday beneath it. Screen fades to black as credits roll with the channel's logo appearing at the end. End of episode 5.